Guys, welcome back to my channel. This tutorial is all about the wedding guest or even a bridesmaid or even a bride. Whatever category you fall on, I think you will find something to gather inspiration from this tutorial. I wanted to start with the makeup because it's my favorite part. I love this soft yet glam and glowy look. This was my favorite to do on my clients, as well as my favorite to do on myself whenever I get invited to a wedding. I always do some form of this look. I might change the palettes that I use or the color depending on the season, but the look is always a little bit similar to this because it's the one I feel most confident in. It photographs beautiful and it just works. If you want to see more of this style of video, make sure to subscribe, make sure to like and comment, and follow me on my other social media platforms, and let's connect. But keep on watching. Instead of digging into my pan, I have been dipping the sponge or brush, whatever I am using, and using that to spread out the formula, and I find that it works a lot better. Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and I am the shade 7.5. For concealer, I'm going to apply the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this is in the shade Ginger. To set under the eyes for now because I am going to apply a cream bronzing to the rest of the face. And now I am going to go in with my Chanel Soleil De Tan. This is the Michael Todd Sonic Blend Brush. I'm going to swirl it around and bronze up my skin, you guys. I love this step in the summertime because I do try to stay away from the sun. And even when I'm in the sun, I wear hats. I make sure to apply sunblock. I start my day with a SPF 50. I'm going to kind of set and also intensify that bronzing, a 2-in-1, and it does have some shimmer, but it does give the skin a little more like a youthful glow, so it doesn't look so matte. When you're bronzing, remember that bronzing and contouring is different. When you are contouring, you do want to stick to matte powders, nothing with shimmers. But when you're bronzing, it's okay to use products that have a little bit of shimmer. It does give the skin a nice, healthy, lit within look. Go back in with the Pretty Vulgar mattifying powder and my Beauty Blender sponge. Prevent shine in certain areas. I do get a lot of sweat and shine around my nose, in my upper lip. I want this area to stay nice and matte. Over here, between my brows. Okay, on my eyes, I'm going to be using the KKW X Mario palette. I love this palette so much. And I'm going to take this Pixie E02 brush and go in with the shade Miami, this one right here. And this is going to be my crease color. Matte brown shade here. And I am going to add some definition to the outer crease area. Whatever is left on the brush, I'm bringing it inwards. Take this big shader brush, and this is by Sigma, and it is their E60. And And take some of this here and apply it on the lids. So Clarins gel eyeliner, waterproof, and this is their black, intense black 01. And I'm going to use Smith 202 eyeliner brush. Okay, and now I'm going to add some details to the bottom. I am going to pretty much repeat the same steps I did on top. For eyeliner, I'm going to use this brown shade here from my Clarins Stylo 4 pencil situation here. I'm gonna go with brown with this shade here, Miami, and blend out that liner. 2008, and just on the outer eye area, kind of blend this here. Oh, this is Pixie E01 brush and a little bit of this shade here, and apply it in the inner half, so right here. And again, the same Luxie brush, and just kind of blend out the outer area here. Make sure there's no harsh lines. I am going to define my brows a little bit more, and I'm using Benefit Goof Proof pencil, and this is in the shade 4. I'm gonna brush up my brows. And now I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's a little brush, detail brush. I don't see the brand, but it did come in my BoxyCharm. And I like it, you guys. I like this look. I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and just kind of out any powder, any fallouts that might have occurred. Apply some mascara. This is Benefit Roller Lash. So I don't know about you guys, but I prefer individual lashes over a strip. I find that as the weather gets warmer and I'm dancing and my eyes are running, the lash band kind of starts either to start getting really uncomfortable in my eyes. It starts kind of like to pinch, or it starts to lift, and nothing is worse than when you start feeling that lash lifting and you're in the middle of a date or a middle of an event or a middle of, you know, anything and you can feel that lash lifting. So I do prefer individual lashes. These are by Ardell, and I like to go with 2 different, even 3 different size, small, medium, and large, and kind of play around. I take that same dish that the lash come in, and I place about this amount, just like a dot of glue. I'm going to continue with the rest of my face while this starts to get tacky. Now, the tackier that the product starts to get, the easier, and then you can move faster than if you try to apply your lashes while the glue is still wet. It's going to be a little bit more difficult. Another tip is to make sure that your tweezers, whatever tool you're using, is glue free, because nothing is worse than placing the lash and then it's still sticking to the tool that you're using. So while the glue gets tacky, I'm going to continue with my face. I am going to apply Throne palette. These 2 right here, you guys, are everything. If you follow me on Instagram, which you should, it's right here, and have seen some of my tutorials, I've been using this every single time I do my makeup. It's just so pretty, you guys. Like, it's just the prettiest highlighters. To go with Milani Romantic Rose 01. I like it's matte. I have a lot of shimmer already going on in the skin, so I'm gonna go with a matte formula and just give my cheeks that rosy look there. Going to start applying the lashes. These are the long ones. So look down. And I take the other side, the medium and the short ones, and place them in between. So, and that gives you like that nice flare look. And again, it's all about letting the dry get tacky enough so that when you lay the lash in, you can just let it go. If it's too wet, it's going to move, it's not going to stay in place, and that's where you're going to find it a little more difficult. I put some lash glue on my face. We're going to let it dry, and then we're going to take it off. Okay, I am very happy with how my lashes look. And my little white situation here, let's see. I'm going to let it dry completely, you guys, because then I can just lift it up. If I try to mess with it right now, it's going to give me a harder time. So I am going to apply some mascara on my bottom lashes. I'm going with the Benefit Roller Lash. Highlight the inner eye area, and I'm going to apply some of this right here with this Sigma Pencil E30 brush, and just take a little bit on the end of the brush. The liquid pencil, you can kind of just like tap over and, you know, make sure that you don't have any of that glue kind of standing out. Okay, and these are the finished eyes, you guys. A little bit more of a glowy effect. I'm gonna use the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. So I'm going to line my lips using the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat Pencil in Love Trap. I'm going to use this beautiful shade also by Charlotte Tilbury, and it is Supermodel. And I am going to place it everywhere, all over the lips. I'm gonna apply this shade here by Lancome, and it is the shade Last Minute. This is from, what's her name, Camila Cohelo's collection. Just in the center. You guys, this is the look. This is my look. This is my go-to look when I'm going to an event, especially in the summer. I like the intensity of it, but it's still, because I'm using browns, it's still soft. You know what I mean? Like, it's still glam, but not like too and of course you can always modify it to your liking, but you can never go wrong with this look. It's glam, it's elegant, it's sexy, it's everything you need it to be, to feel confident and beautiful, and just, you know,